Hello Queenslanders. This National Diabetes Week, we urgently need to look at those of us who have diabetes but don't know it. We urgently need to act and detect all types of diabetes earlier to save lives. Too many Queenslanders are diagnosed with diabetes too late. Delays in diagnosis are putting many people at risk of major life-threatening health problems. They can often have silent, undiagnosed type 2 diabetes for years, or they can end up very sick and in hospital with dangerous high blood glucose levels because the early signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes are not recognised in time. Let's look at type 1 diabetes. When Queenslanders are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes too late, they end up very sick and in hospital. They get dangerous high blood glucose levels because the early signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes are not recognised in time. Half of these are children and adolescents. Delays in diagnosing type 1 diabetes can be fatal. Type 1 doesn't discriminate and is more common than you think. The next person could be your son or daughter, your mum or dad. It's about time we did something about Queenslanders ending up in hospital emergency rooms each year in serious, life-threatening situations. Now, type 2. Delays in diagnosing type 2 diabetes are common. People often have undiagnosed type 2 diabetes for years. They can live with the condition for up to 7 years before being diagnosed. And during this time, diabetes may be damaging their blood vessels and nerves and putting them at serious risk of life-threatening health complications. About 100,000 Queenslanders currently have type 2 diabetes but don't know it. The condition is silent and may be without obvious symptoms. This National Diabetes Week, it's about time we did more to understand and fight type 1 and type 2 diabetes.